Hey guys, JM Sports 100 here. I realized I was on the wrong account when I did my NHL pick video. So for those of you who want that, go to the King H940 for that. And right now we're here to do a rapid fire kind of thing for the NFL like we did last week. Um, you know, I had a lot of people comment horribly on my NFL videos from last week, but I don't really care. You can think what you want. Don't ask me where my overall record is. I don't know at this point. I'll figure that out tonight. I'm kind of in a hurry today, so I didn't have time to do that. Uh, so let's just really quickly um, do a rapid fire for the NFL action today. I didn't really get a chance to do an all-out preview for every team and get the opportunity. I was really busy yesterday with getting ready to go to bragging rights and stuff today. We start things off with Cincinnati and Atlanta. We still haven't learned much about Cincinnati. They're still a bad football team. Atlanta is good, but not as good as I once thought. I don't think as good as a lot of people thought. They beat the Saints, but they struggle at times too. Um, Tough matchup here, but I've got to go with Atlanta. Pittsburgh and Miami, they got Roethlisberger back yesterday. There were no ill effects on Roethlisberger's behalf, like I didn't think there would be a whole lot of rust. But this will be a true test for him today. It's in Miami. The Miami Dolphins horrible at home this year. I don't believe they've won a home game yet this year. They've done all their winning on the road. Miami is an okay football team. Took the Packers to the limit last week and won it in overtime. Packers took back-to-back overtime losses. But I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh continues to roll. There's no doubt in my mind Pittsburgh could go 14-2, 15-1 this year. Buffalo and Baltimore. I would absolutely hate to be Buffalo. Buffalo, worst team in the league. Right now, Buffalo just playing for draft picks. That is all Buffalo is playing for as that first overall draft pick. The Ravens coming off a loss, so probably not going to be, I believe they're coming off a loss, probably not going to be too excited about that. And Buffalo is just a bad team. Buffalo cannot keep up with Baltimore, especially not at home. Baltimore, I think, totally annihilates Buffalo today, and that is my lock of the week. I'm going with Baltimore to beat Buffalo. We won our lock of the week last week, going with Pittsburgh over Cleveland. Jacksonville and Kansas City. Jacksonville is a bad team. They're a bad team. They're a banged up team. David Garrard injured. Trent Edwards injured. I am not aware of whether or not Edwards is starting today. I know if he doesn't, Todd Bowman is going to start. Either way, it doesn't look good for the Jaguars. Kansas City is a for-real team. I honestly did not believe they were, but Kansas City's a for-real team. I will admit it. I said it. Now, they lost to the Texans last week, yes, but let's face it, the Chiefs kind of got hosed on a terrible pass interference penalty. But I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I think they bounce back nicely. Cleveland Browns, New Orleans Saints. Cleveland, it's tough to tell because New Orleans is not the team that they were last year, and Cleveland is one of those teams that is much better than what their record shows that they are. But you know, I gotta say Saints all the way here. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a blowout. It very well could be. I am gonna call it a blowout. I think the Saints will win pretty easily. I think Cleveland will get on the board, but I think the Saints win this game pretty easily. Cleveland just not good. Washington Redskins, Chicago Bears. Chicago continues to be awful. They've given up over 40 sacks this year already. It's just, their quarterback has been hit over 30 sometimes. You know, Cutler's been hit, or you know, Collins, whatever the case may be. Last week it was Collins, or a couple weeks ago it was Collins. You know, the Bears are bad. Their offensive line sucks. Redskin defense, maybe not necessarily great. This was a battle of two good, not great football teams. And I don't even know if you call the Bears good. I call the Redskins good because they were able to keep up with the Colts, even though there's something missing about the Colts this year. But I do have Washington winning this game. Next up, we have San Francisco and Carolina. Battle of the Bads right here. San Francisco, I think, is getting better. Alex Smith is finally coming into his own. You know, and I think San Francisco wins the game. I think Carolina continues to struggle, and John Fox is definitely on the hot seat. So, San Francisco there. Next up, St. Louis and Tampa Bay. That game's in Tampa Bay. St. Louis beat the Chargers last week. Could they be a little bit high off that win last week? I don't necessarily think so. Tampa Bay is good, but something just tells me the Rams are gonna pull it out. I'm going with the Rams. Yes, Ram fan that bashed me last week. I am taking your Rams. I guarantee you that if the Rams lose, I will not hear from you. Next up, Eagles, Titans. It just came across the wire. Kerry Collins is starting. Vince Young will be back up today. Philadelphia, going with Kevin Kolb, and you know that's a tough game to pick because we know Collins can carry the Titans. He did it in 2008. Carried them pretty well in 2008. You know, and Kevin Kolb played really good last week, which totally surprised me. Not gonna lie, Kolb gained a lot of respect from me last week. He played really well. I think Philadelphia beats Tennessee today, and I think Kolb does himself another good game. Next up, we have an NFC West battle, Arizona and Seattle. Seattle beat the Bears last week. That was a big win for them. Arizona continues to struggle, continues not to look good. And I've got to go with Seattle here. I think a low-scoring game, but I gotta go with Seattle. New England and San Diego. San Diego took the loss to the Rams, and I've been saying this for the last couple of weeks. Their normal stumble out of the gate is not a normal stumble out of the gate for them this year. They are continuing to look a little bit rough as they stumble out of the gate. You know, so they're not the normal Chargers. I know it. You know, I know that it's going across country, and normally teams that travel cross country don't do very good. But the Patriots seem to play well in San Diego, and I think the Patriots will play well this week, and so I've got to go with the Patriots. AFC West battle taking place in Denver next. Oakland and Denver. Raiders, Broncos, obviously. And I got to go with the Broncos. I was impressed with what I saw with the Raiders last week. But, you know, I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure about the Raiders. They're still a team that has a lot of work to do. Denver is the much better team, and I got to go with the Broncos. Next up, the Sunday night game. The game I am going to miss because I am going to be in, coincidentally, Minnesota for the pay-per-view. Vikings-Packers. And for as much as I hate to do it, I have to sing the praises of the Vikings. They're getting better. They're getting there. The Packers are too beat up. Clay Matthews is supposed to go today. Al Harris should be back. Atari Bigby should be back for the Packers, and that's going to be huge for them. So I don't know. We'll see. Um, but I hate to do it. Big NFC North battle. Both these teams need to win bad. I think in the end it's the Vikings that get it done. Speaking of a team that needs to win bad, they play their game on Monday Night Football. Giants Cowboys. Cowboys need a win. The Cowboys are a good team if they would just cut down on the penalties. Penalties is what kills them. They would win football games if they didn't shoot themselves in the foot with penalties. Giants are a good team. They're continuing to roll. The Lions gave them a hell of a fight last week, but I've got to go with the Giants here. I think the Cowboys continue to lose, and I think Wade Phillips, I think he does make it through the end of the year, but after this season, Wade Phillips is not there. So, once again, just a quick recap of what I've got for my picks. Falcons over Bengals, Steelers over Dolphins, Ravens over Bills, Chiefs over Jaguars, Saints over the Browns, and then we have Redskins over the Bears, 49ers over the, I think I said Giants earlier, sorry, 49ers over the Panthers, Rams over the Bucks, Philadelphia Eagles over the Titans, Seahawks over the Cardinals, Patriots over the Chargers, Broncos over the Raiders, Vikings over the Packers, Giants over the Cowboys. Going with a lot of away teams this week. We'll see how it pans out for me. For jmsports.org, I am for jmsports.org and jmsports100 here on YouTube. I am Jonathan Mosette. Don't forget, if you want my NHL picks, you can find them on my Teenage 940. Have a great Sunday, everybody.